Oh yeah, good idea, Roto. Better remind everyone that dinner's ready. Guys, dinner's ready!
Yay! Woohoo! Whee!
Huh? What are those? I forget what they are.
Deet, deet.
Yummy! So yummy! So yummy, 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 yummy! There's a whole ton of food over here! Vicky? What are you eating? Oh my goodness. It's like doggy heaven.
You mean like rabbit heaven?
Because I'm seeing those great vegetables. Wait. What are vegetables? I believe that is a very great question. Alligator? Well, at least I can appear for no reason, but not to startle you. Also, we're here. Of course, yeah, obviously. But what are we learning about? Good question. Today we are going to be learning about food. Food? That's not math related. Ah, but we could get to the point where it does become math related.
Huh?
Try to put it in this way. You could count pretty much any object, right? Yeah. And food is an object. Yeah. Dang it, you're right. We could count food. Yeah.
This is perfect. Yes.
We could count, sort, and classify all different kinds of foods.
What does sorting mean?
That's a very great question. When you sort stuff into a category, you try to identify which category or set it belongs in. For example, if you look over here, this is shaped like a circle. You know what circles are, right? Round shapes. This is shaped like a round shape, and it has sprinkles on it and a hole in the middle. Well, I could tell it's a donut because donuts are usually made this way. And since donuts have a lot of sugar and are usually fried and unhealthy for you, then donuts are classified as sweets. So I would sort the donut into the sweets category. Basically, sweets are any kind of food that taste very sweet or have a lot of sugar in them.
Wow. Very cool. What defines a sweet?
That's a great question. Sweets are usually defined as candy, not fruit. By the way, fruits and vegetables are extremely healthy for you. In fact, they can even help you live a longer life.
A longer life? How?
Well, fruits and vegetables have a lot of nutrients on them that could help you grow faster and faster, and could also make you stronger and have more energy to play all day. Flopsy's not wrong. Fruit and vegetables are two completely different food categories. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, then listen here. Look at the fruit section. Let's look at these round things. Well, we obviously must know, hey, this is food, because fruits are food. So, yeah. We could identify by the stem and the almost seemingly heart shape that this is an apple.
An apple? Oh, yeah, I know what apples are. Those round red fruits.
Yes, but not all apples are red. Some could be green, and some could even be yellow.
What?
Yes, so not all apples are red. Fun fact. Look, there are some green ones too. There are red and green apples. Then we get to this particular fruit, which is yellow and is long. It's a banana.
Ooh.
Yeah, bananas are very healthy for you. They have a lot of nutrients. And then The ones that are orange and round, I think we should all know what these are. They're oranges.
But why are oranges called oranges?
Well, surprisingly, Mango, and obviously too, oranges are called oranges because of their color, which is orange.
Oh! So their name originated from the color orange.
That's
right.
But what's the difference between a fruit and a vegetable? I'm not listing the vegetables yet, but I'm about to. These two leafy greens that have a lot of shaggy leaves on them, those two are called lettuces. And a lettuce is extremely healthy for you. Has a lot of nutrients, a lot of good things to make your body feel strong. Rabbits like me eat lettuce as part of our diet. We also eat grass and flowers occasionally, but anyways, we also occasionally eat carrots. And carrots are those long and orange foods. But they are not yellow. They're not bananas. Be careful, because they have a group of leaves on the top of their orange shell. So the leaves that are on the top of the orange shell are called carrot leaves. So basically the leaves of a carrot, basically. These are carrots, long orange vegetables that have carrot leaves on the top. So they are carrots. And then these ones, well, these are pretty tough to identify. But just in case, just to double check to see, let's make this a common sense identification. This says vegetables, and this is grouped into vegetables. Well, from first glance, it might seem like a cookie, but we all should know that cookies are not vegetables. So these are not cookies. Ah, yes. Cookies are instead classified as a type of salty food. They have salt on them.
Yes.
Which means that the brown, round things are called potatoes.
Potatoes? Potatoes are extremely healthy for you.
Yes, but not all potatoes are brown.
What?
A few are blue.
There are such thing as blue potatoes?
Yes, there could even be white potatoes or blue potatoes. Pretty much, this different kind of potato, it's still the same species of potato, that's for sure. It just tastes different because it's a different color. So, yeah, these are lettuce, these are carrots, and these are potatoes. These are apples, these are bananas, and these are oranges. And now coming back to your question, Byron, what's the difference between a fruit and a vegetable? Well, to tell you the true difference is actually quite complicated because we did not talk so much about plants and their development, but don't worry, I'll explain them to you. Do you remember planting seeds in spring?
Oh yeah, I used to plant some.
Yes, in order to grow something, you need a seed, and the first step you do is to drop the seed in the ground, bury the seed, and water it. And then the plant will start to grow into a sprout, and then it will grow more and expose its leaves. And then it will grow and grow and grow until it makes a fruit.
But how does it make a fruit?
That's a great question. When the plant grows a flower, the flower's ovaries swell up to form the fruit, like an apple.
Oh, that's how it works. So, but how does the sweet food get in there? You cannot grow donuts.
You're right, Mango. You cannot grow donuts or cookies. But in order to make sweet food, you would have to get bread and sugar or salt and just combine it together, but not directly, you would have to take it sometimes into a special factory or machine. They would add the toppings, they would put on the frosting, don't forget about frosting, it's on the detail, and then they would either fry it or bake it, depending on the type of food. Donuts typically tend to be fried, while bread typically tends to be baked in an oven.
Oh, yeah, right. What is that?
Oh, that's just a popsicle. A popsicle is basically an ice cream on a stick.
You definitely cannot grow ice cream.
That's right. You cannot grow ice cream either. But what's very special about ice cream is that it is a solid food, but it almost feels like a liquid food too. Yes, this is because, as the name suggests, they could be made with both ice and cream at the same time. Cream is very moist, and ice is frozen water. If we do not directly combine these together, we would get ice cream, because what they would do is they would use different methods. For example, to cool off the ice cream mixture of what will later become the ice cream on the stick, they could put it in a bag and then wrap ice around it and shake it for, I don't know, maybe 5 minutes maximum, I don't know. And then the ice cream will get cold enough to eat.
Wow, cool. But don't ice creams melt?
That's right. The hot sun could melt ice creams. So as they say, eat your ice cream before it melts. Cream could also melt very easily because it's moist. So it all matters on the different kind of food, whether it's moist, sweet, or salty. It could be any kind of food, really. So the only main difference between fruit and vegetables is that fruits typically grow on plants or on trees. However, vegetables grow underground and do not grow a plant. Wait, no, they do grow a plant, but, wait. How can I explain it? Sorry. We may not know the full detail, but Flopsy got it right the second time. Vegetables do grow from plants. But then why doesn't the flower's ovary swell to form the vegetable? Because the thing that the flower's ovary swell is not a vegetable, it's a fruit. So, the main difference between a fruit and a vegetable is that fruits only grow from plants that bear a flower. Vegetables only grow from plants that are not able to bear a flower.
Oh, yeah!
So if the plant has a flower, then the ovaries could swell to form a fruit? That's right, like an apple. But if a plant does not grow a flower, then it will not have any ovaries to swell into. But how does the vegetable get in the plant anyway? Well, it pretty much kind of does and doesn't. The vegetable is kind of the plant itself. What? Yes. You see, when a vegetable seed is planted, it doesn't always have to grow sprouts like a flowering plant does. In fact, the plant is the whole entire vegetable itself because it grows underground and it does not grow a flower, explaining why our familiar vegetables do not have flowers on them. So, the main difference between fruit and vegetables is that if the plant has a flower, then the flower's ovaries could swell to form a fruit. However, if the plant does not grow a flower, then there will be no flower ovaries to make a fruit and will instead grow into a completely different vegetable. So, if the plant does not have the flower, if a plant does not grow a flower, then it will instead grow a vegetable. So, yeah, the main difference is whether the plant is a flower or not. If it's a flower, then it will grow a fruit. If it's not a flower, then it will grow a vegetable.
Very cool!
Yes! We could also deepen our concepts and look into the other categories of food, which is salty foods, sweet foods, bread, pretty much any food. Bread. These are bread because they have been baked. Look at the fluffiness. Do you see? It looks like they have been baked. So, yep, that's bread. And there are donuts.
Wait a minute. But you said donuts are fried while bread is baked.
Yeah, I did say that. But donuts could also be considered a kind of bread if they are baked in the oven, because you could bake donuts too. You could fry donuts, but you could also bake donuts too. So basically, donuts can be considered a type of bread, but not all donuts are necessarily bread. Huh? Ding ding. That is true. That is very true. That is true. What I said was true. So yeah, don't worry about the deeper concepts. Yeah. But like Mango said, nope, you cannot grow bread. So instead, there is this new process where you actually get bread. Do you know how to get bread?
No.
Well, you are right, you can't grow bread, but you could plant wheat.
What? But the bread does not immediately come out of the wheat.
No, it doesn't. Wheat is a very thin, yellow, sharp plant. But it's not too sharp, so don't worry. They are those familiar reeds, or like plants on grasslands.
Oh yeah, I remember those. They look like plants.
That's right. And you're right, Mango. They do not grow a flower, but they do not grow a vegetable either. So wheat is not a fruit or a vegetable. Instead, the wheat contains an ingredient called flour. And not to be confused with a blooming flower, it's just flour, like Flour. Flour is an ingredient used to make bread, and wheat has flour. And once you get flour, you extract it, and then when you get the right ingredients and when you mix them all together, you get bread. And then if you want to make breadcrumbs, just split the bread apart, and then voila, you have plenty of bread for everyone.
Wow, seems like a lot of ingredients.
Indeed. Donuts could be considered as the same kinds of ingredients mixed together, except not all donuts need to be classified like that. So yeah, not all donuts are a bread.
So, what does math have to do with it?
Well, easy. We could just count the number of fruit, vegetables, bread, salty foods, sweet foods, any food we want. So,
Yeah.
let's count the number of red apples. 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4 red apples, right? That's right. There are 4 red apples because there are 2 on the top and 2 on the bottom. And 2 plus 2 is 4. And there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 green apples because there are 2 at the top but 3 at the bottom. And 2 plus 3 is 5. So there are 4 red apples and 5 green apples. If we add 4 and 5 together, that makes 9. So the total amount of apples in this picture is 9 apples because 5 green apples plus 4 red apples equals 9 apples altogether.
Wow.
So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 oranges, 1, 2, 3, 4 bananas. So there are 4 bananas and 5 oranges. That's correct. Well done. There are 9 apples, 4 bananas, and 5 oranges. I must say, You are really becoming an expert at counting. Now, this one may sound obvious. 1, 2. There are no more. There is 1 on the left and 1 on the right. 1 plus 1 is 2. So there are 2 heads of lettuce. You could also say lettuces as heads of lettuce because they kind of look like big heads. So, yeah. You could also say a lettuce head or a head of lettuce. You could also say that. But when it's split apart, it's not a head anymore. So, let's count the amount of carrots. There are a lot of carrots over here. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 carrots. And the amount of potatoes. Let's count the potatoes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There are 10 potatoes. So, yeah, there are 2 heads of lettuce, 7 carrots, and 10 potatoes.
Wow!
And we could also sort and classify them, right? Yes. If I count 2 of these, I could classify them as lettuce, and then I can sort the lettuce that I classified into a vegetables category, because lettuces are vegetables. And then for this, these are carrots, which is the classification part. And then the sorting part, carrots are vegetables. Same thing with potatoes. And then bread, let's count the amount of loaves of bread. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are 6 loaves of baked bread because there are 3 loaves on the top shelf and 3 more loaves on the bottom shelf. 3 plus 3 equals 6 loaves of bread. And then the donuts. Let's count the donuts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In the picture, there are 8 donuts because 1, 2, plus 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, that is 8. So, yes. So, 1, 2 plus another 1, 2 equals 1, 2, 3, 4. And then there's 1, 2, 3, 4 over there. So there is 4 here and 4 there. 4 plus 4 equals 8 donuts in total. And if we wanted to expand our knowledge, 6 loaves of bread. Well, obviously it has bread in it, so it's bread. And some donuts could be bread. Not all donuts are bread, though. These appear to be fried and baked, so these donuts are bread because it is sorted into the bread category. But not all donuts could be classified as bread. They are usually classified as fried sweets or foods.
Wow!
What are these? Oh, that is actually a food I know. It could even be one of your favorite breakfast meals of the day. Oh, and by the way, breakfast is the first and most important meal of the day. You can't skip it. Breakfast is so important that if you don't eat breakfast, then you will be very low on energy. You will not have the ability to run around as much. You will walk very slowly. You will get very tired. You will lose a lot of your energy, and you will not tend to play as much. So that's how important breakfast is. You always need to eat your breakfast. And this food may be one of your favorite breakfast meals. If not, then don't worry, because everyone is different around here. These are known as cereal boxes, which carry cereal. Wait a minute. What's cereal again? Cereal is a little bit like sweets, but this time not as sweet. You see, they look like this small donut, but without the sprinkles, and without the frosting, and without the excessive frying. No, cereal is pretty different because cereal is basically a circle with a hole in the middle that does not have sprinkles or frosting, but could taste a little sweet. And milk is typically added to the cereal to make the cereal float and taste better. So, yeah, in that package contains the cereal. The milk is sold separately. You would have to get the milk. So, yeah. But as we could see here, these are cereal boxes, and the boxes hold cereal. Cereal is kind of like a tiny snack, a tiny meal for your body. A tiny but powerful meal. Cereal is actually very healthy for you. And although some cereal could be unhealthy, some cereals like Fruit Loops could actually be a little healthy for you because they contain tiny bits of fruit on them. And plus, Fruit Loops kind of look like little loops. So that's why they're called Fruit Loops, because they look like little loops and they contain fruit on them. So Fruit Loops are an example of cereal, and cereal is very good. And when you add the milk to the cereal bowl, the cereal tastes better. Oh yeah, so much better. So much more flavor. And if we count, there are 1, 2, 3 boxes of cereal. You could also say 3 packages of cereal, because a package is a kind of box, and a box is a package. So 3 boxes of cereal, 3 packages of cereal, whatever you like to say. So, yeah. All that matters is, if there are 3 of the cereal boxes, then it's just 3 cereal boxes. So, yeah. This is how we count, sort, and classify all different kinds of food. 15, 16... No, wait. Huh?
Oh! Who is this? It's Puzzled Penguin. Hi, Puzzled Penguin.
Oh, hi, Mango. I'm struggling with this problem here. What is it? Well, I want to count how many cherries there are, and I said there are 14 cherries. Am I correct? Are there 14 cherries in this picture? Let's see. There are cherries in this picture. And cherries, believe it or not, are actually a special kind of fruit. They are botanically a fruit because they grow from a flower, and the flower's ovaries swell to form the cherry. Cherries basically grow on trees, but could also grow on other plants. So anyways, if we count the number of cherries, Puzzled Penguin said he counted 14 cherries. Let's see if he is correct. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Wait a minute. There are 15 cherries in the picture, but Puzzled Penguin said that there are 14 cherries in the picture. Well, you are not correct, Puzzled Penguin. There are 15 cherries in the picture, not 14, because there are 5 cherries, but then another 5, which makes 10, and then another 5, which is 10 plus 5, which is 15. So there are 15 cherries, not 14 cherries. Oh, I knew that I was going to be wrong. It's okay, we make mistakes all the time. 5, 10, 15. We could also count by threes to get to 15. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. Wow. Remarkable. So yes, I'm sorry, Puzzled Penguin. There aren't 14 cherries. There are 15 cherries, not 14 cherries. So there are 15 cherries because, like I explained it to you multiple times, we could count by 5s and by 3s to get to 15. 5 plus 5 is 10, and 10 plus 5 is 15. 3 plus 3 is 6, plus 3 is 9, plus 3 is 12, plus 3 is 15. So yes, there are 15 cherries, not 14 cherries.
Wow, you taught me something new.
You could count by 3s and 5s, not just by 1s, to get to 15.
Yeah.
Or to any number, really.
Wow.
Thank you guys so much. I also learned that a cherry is a fruit. A cherry is a fruit.
Bye, Puzzle Penguin.
Bye! And finally, check understanding. Explain a way you can sort these objects. Well, let's see. Well, we cannot sort them all as fruits because a carrot is not a fruit. A carrot is a vegetable. An apple, an orange, a strawberry, and a cherry are all fruits. But the carrot is not a fruit. The carrot is a vegetable. So I guess we could say it in two ways. We could either sort them by size, like the orange is bigger than the strawberry, or we could sort them by color, like the apple is red and the carrot is orange. So there are basically two ways we could sort these objects, by size and by color.
Wow,
Byron!
you are so smart.
Well, I'm not that smart, but hey, at least I figured that out. That was kind of easy.
Oof.
I just can't resist food today. Food is so yummy. But be careful what you eat, because some foods, like donuts, are not good for you when you eat too many of them.
What?
Yes, this is because they contain a lot of sugar in them, and too much sugar is not good for you. You might even lose a tooth.
Oh. Well, I don't have any teeth, so I'm good.
But donuts could also be very unhealthy for you, meaning that it could be very bad for your body. When you eat too many donuts or too much of anything, really, your body will have a hard time trying to digest all this food you're swallowing at once. So, yeah, if it's sugary, it could increase your sugar levels, and it could make you feel very ill. When you eat too much sugar, it could make you feel very sick or very ill. So it is always advised to stay away from eating too many sweets. You could have sweets, that's good, but when you eat too much, then no, I don't think it's good for you. So donuts are unhealthy. But carrots, on the other hand, are healthy because they contain nutrients which help your body grow. Carrots are proven to help see better.
What?
Yes! Carrots may have a feel-good effect on your eyes. Carrots could make you see better and even make you have much better vision at day or at night. So, yeah. When you want your vision to look good, when you want to see things close, near, and far, just eat a carrot.
But you said too much of anything is bad for you.
And that's true. If you eat too many carrots, then that is also bad for you. Eating too much unhealthy food, eating too much healthy food, eating too much of any food is bad for you. Because your body, like I said once, cannot digest all that food at once. So it could digest a whole bunch of food. Your stomach's large, so it could digest a whole bunch of food, but not too much food all at once. And plus, when you eat too much food, it could make you feel very full or reluctant to eat anymore. It could make you feel very full. It could even make you feel, I don't want to get offensive, but when you eat too much food, some sort of structure builds on your belly, making your belly larger and larger. That is what's called fat, and fat is not good for your body. Well, if you're talking about meat from a cow or a pig, then fat could be good for your body. But when your body is fat, that's not good for you, because you will become way too heavy. And when you become way too heavy, then you will have all sorts of health problems, such as being overweight or obese.
Oh,
So that's why you should always eat the right amount of food.
that's right.
So does that mean that not eating enough food could also be dangerous?
That's right.
Not eating enough of anything could also be dangerous, because if you do not eat enough foods that are healthy for you, then you might need to replenish your nutrients, and your body will tell you to replenish your nutrients by sending signals to the brain and saying, "Hey, eat your fruits and vegetables, bud. You're looking very skinny." And when you don't eat enough food, or even when you don't eat at all, the fat goes away, but to a drastic point where your body becomes so thin that you are proclaimed as skinny. So when you don't eat enough, you become skinny. When you eat too much, you become fat. When you eat not enough food, you could become underweight or weighing too light. So you need to eat not too much food and not enough food. You just need to eat the right amount of food every day. If you don't eat enough food, then your body could become very skinny. If you eat too much food, then your body would become overweight and very fat. But if you eat the right amount of food, then your body will thank you very much. Your body will feel so good. Yes, especially sweets. Eat the right amount of unhealthy foods, because if you want to have an ice cream as a treat, you have to remember, don't eat too much ice cream. You could get tummy aches. You could get a toothache. I had that once. You could get a toothache when you eat cookies or some foods that are sweet but are extremely solid. It could sometimes hurt your teeth a little. That's called a toothache. And when your stomach responds to digesting food that has a lot of sugar in it, it tries to digest it. But when it digests too much, then it releases pain signals to the brain. Thus, it makes us feel like we have a bellyache or a tummy ache or a toothache, because technically teeth also send signals to your body. They have nerves. So, yeah. Remember, do not eat too much of anything. And do not drink too much of anything too. Because if you eat too much of anything, it could be extremely bad for you. But it is also equally bad if you don't eat enough of anything. So, yeah, always remember, try to replenish your need for not eating any more food. Try to be full, because when you are full, then you could have a lot of energy to run around and play. When you're skinny, you may not have as much energy. When you're overweight, you have way too much energy, and sometimes, if you're obese enough, then you may not have an easy time getting up. Yes, your body may feel so heavy that it could be difficult to bring it back up. So, yeah, always remember, don't eat too much, and always eat enough. If you don't eat enough, that's dangerous. If you eat too much, that's also dangerous. Eat the right amount, you will feel just fine. You should also not drink too much of something either. What? Yes, obviously. Have you ever heard of soda or juice? They are those drinks that have a lot of sugar in them, especially juice. Juice and soda. Juice and soda typically have sugars in them and a lot of other flavors. If you consume too much of those flavors, then you may also get a tummy ache, and you may even need to go to more bathroom visits than usual.
Really?
Yes, but theoretically, though, water could be digested faster. So, in about 5 minutes. Yeah, so. But when you drink too much water, it could actually be life-threatening and could even cause death.
Death?
Death is basically the end of life, you know. When you don't breathe, when your heartbeat stops, when you can't move, you're unconscious or you can't wake up, like this. You lay down on the ground, your body temperature cools down until it matches with the surrounding environment. See, that's death. And hyponatremia, or water intoxication, is the condition you get from drinking way too much water. And I could tell you, water is extremely healthy for you, but not when consumed in extremely large amounts. You see, there are organs inside your body located in your urinary system, known as kidneys. Kidneys are shaped like beans, so they are bean-shaped organs. They are responsible for filtrating the digested water in your body. And they could only filtrate so many milliliters of water inside there. If they are accomplished with filtrating more water than it can filtrate, then that could cause the urinary system to malfunction, and the kidneys would not be able to remove the excess water. As a result, water level rises, and there is not enough sodium to keep the cells inside the body balanced. As a result, the cells will swell, causing tummy aches, headaches if it occurs in your brain. Yeah. And also, it could be fatal because cells swelling in your brain build up a lot of pressure. There is not enough room inside your brain. Yeah. Your skull is very small, and when those when those cells swell up too much, they build a lot of pressure, which causes fatal headaches. You could even face life-threatening consequences. You could even go to a seizure or a coma if that ever happens to you.
What's a seizure?
Oh, a seizure is just a severe delusion, like a severe illusion. A seizure is a severe illusion that you are so unhealthy, you are so in critical condition that you literally could hear or see things that are not there. Like seeing or hearing things. Yes, seizures might cause that, but it doesn't always cause that. Seizures are primarily results of brain tumors, which are injuries to the brain, basically. So, yeah, do not drink too much water, because those life-threatening conditions could happen, and you could end up in death. Death? I would tell you I would skip that path. But don't worry about that. Live a very happy life, as long as you drink enough water. Wait.
What?
Not drinking enough water is also bad for you? That's right. When you don't drink enough water, then you get dehydrated.
What does dehydrated mean?
Dehydrated means that you are not hydrated enough. In other words, you basically are craving for water. You have a lot of thirst, and your body constantly tells you to drink, drink, drink. And you feel so dehydrated that sometimes you may even sweat much, because in order to compensate for the lost water, the body will try to make more, which is sweat, 99% water, only to expel it by mistake, because sweating is the expulsion of sweat, how you get rid of sweat. So, yeah, drink enough water. Do not drink too much water. Drink the right amount of water and you'll be just right. Eat the right amount of food and you'll be just right. Is there anything else we can put in our mouth? Well, we could put medications in our mouth if we're sick. But besides that, those are the only 3 things you could put in your mouth. Food, drinks, and medicine. You can never put anything else into your mouth. Do not eat blocks. Do not eat marbles. I could tell you. They will not be good. They will never be very good for you. They will never be good because when you eat such objects, they could sometimes get trapped in your neck. That could cause choking, like this. When you are unable to breathe very much, when you choke, you constantly cough because a kind of object is blocking your throat and it blocks your esophagus. So you try to choke to cough it out. And in most cases, it is unsuccessful and the person results in death. However, it could be successful if enough force is pushed from the back, like this. See? Like that. But besides that, you should not eat anything that is not food, drinks, or medication. Because when you do that, when you eat coins, marbles, blocks, anything that is inedible, or in other words, anything that you cannot eat, then the body will try to digest it only to be unable to digest it. So in order to do this, it leaves it undigested, and when you go to the bathroom to poop out the undigested object that is not food, it will stay there. So, yeah, it may look black or very, very dull, but that's rare because your body usually chokes up the object you swallow before it could exit your body through your bottom. So, yeah, thankfully your body has you covered, telling you what you should and should not put in your mouth. Especially soil. Don't put soil in your mouth. That has germs. Germs are bacteria. They could colonize your body. I can tell you. Do not put soil in your mouth. Don't put dirt in your mouth. Unless it's completely safe, do not put rainwater in your mouth because drinking water directly from the clouds may or may not lack impurities or minerals from the regular drinking water. So, drink the right type of water. Contaminated water is bad for you because, obviously, it's contaminated and it is very, very poisonous. So don't drink contaminated water or contaminated food or medications that could cause you to have life-threatening consequences. Bye, everyone! Bye-bye! I hope you enjoyed this video about foods, drinks, and medicines, and how we could count, sort, and classify them. Bye, everybody! Woo-hoo! Oh, yeah! Sugar craving. Hang on. Oh, yeah, right. I shouldn't eat too much sugar. Well, I guess I'll stick to my healthy apples, oranges, bananas, and carrots. Yes, definitely. Speaking of carrots, do you have any? No. Come on, I want to search in your pantry. Ow! Show it to me. Fine. Oh, there are none. See, I told you I don't have any carrots. Did you tell me? Yes. I guess one donut wouldn't hurt. Delicious. Hey, that tastes so good. Bye.